Welcome to this edition of the Wonderbury podcast.
I'm Brian,
I'm Dave.
and you can find us online at wonderbury.com.
And I am D. Wonderly on Twitter.
Or I'm Brian Keysbury, anywhere the internet can be found.
You can leave us questions on our Facebook page. Check for the link in the description.
Please do. Or right on the website.
Or on Reddit.
Or in Reddit, yeah. And hashtag
or
Wonderbury.
on Twitter using... Yep. Speaking of, let me check that while we're doing this. So how's your week been?
Learned a valuable internet lesson this week. Internet. Got a bad virus.
And I was the one having the stroke last week.
There's just certain buttons out there you should not push. You know. Which sucks. I'm a sucker for automation.
Right?
That's what did it.
I had the most wonderful night of driving on Saturday night.
Oh man, that picture.
I had quite the puker. It was
glorious.
It was impressive. It was absolutely impressive. The craziest thing about it is that I have bags that I carry in the back of the car for that purpose alone. He filled one of those bags before making that mess. And I will give all warnings. I will have something pop up on the screen of warning if you're squeamish, look away. I will share that picture on the BTS.
That
epic proportions
is not safe for life at all.
However, I will give the people props. So it was two couples and the lady who kind of got the Uber, kind of the fifth wheel or whatever, she was taking care of her friends. The girls came back out and cleaned up all the chunks. I just had to take care of the carpet side. And Uber, giving them all the props in the world, I took the pictures, I sent it to them. Within 20 minutes, I had reimbursement funds for the cleaning. So, to date, that is my most profitable drive I've ever had. But, oh my God, I had to drive from Auburn back to Fort Wayne with that smell in my car before I could get, because, nothing in Auburn is open at 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Nothing.
Yeah, just steak and shake, and all you're going to get there is more puke.
Yeah, so I had to drive all the way back into Fort Wayne from Auburn. For those who don't know, that's about a 25 minute trip. It was 15 degrees outside. I had all four windows down. Heater all the way up on high just to make it. It was bad. Oh, that was something else.
Man.
Whew.
That's why you don't do the alcohol, kids.
Oh, man. Or know your limits.
Yeah.
For crying out loud. Don't go eat an entire stomach full of bar food and then pound down drinks until you're at the point of puking. It is not worth any amount of anything.
At least they had the foresight to have a babysitter.
And I didn't hose the poor lady down, because she also gave me her phone number and told me if Uber for some reason refuses to cover it, to contact her and she would cover it. So I didn't hose her in the in her ratings on as a rider.
Air quote, cover it or just cover it.
I don't know what it would have been. Uber pulled through. I didn't have to go through that with her, but if you want to see what a couple of 20-somethings look like when they're completely mortifiedly embarrassed, that was a good snapshot of it. I felt so bad for her.
Man.
So if you come across this, Thank you for being willing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was bad. So what did you do?
Oh. So in my efforts to make my life endlessly easier, so eventually I can just relax on a beach, and I went looking for some automatic 3D video conversion and found a site. So yeah, program guaranteed, blah blah blah. But wait, there's more. Automatic 3D conversion of a regular 2D video.
Let me ask you a question about that, Brian.
What?
Did you vet the site and or software and or files before you downloaded them?
Why would I do that, Dave? Why?
I don't know, Brian. Why don't you tell me why you shouldn't do
Okay, so there's one thing that I have a hard on for more than probably anything in the world, and that's automation. And when it said automatic in the first title, like in the first word of the title of the program, automatic 3D video convert, I was like, boom! I hit that button so hard, and then yes, I will install that. And then all of a sudden it pops up. It says, Windows Defender's not working. What? What is it? The program opened. There was a program there, had all the video options, everything. It looked legit. I dragged my video in there, drop it in the spot where it had the video conversion, and then all of a sudden a website pops up. And I'm looking at like a Russian dating site. Oh. Uh-oh. That was my first uh-oh. I clicked to close it and 4 more open. Close 1, 4 open. Oh no. I open a new tab and tried to search for Windows Defender problems, and every page opens a new whatever spam site trying to collect money for whatever reason, and try to open Windows Defender and it says no, you have an antivirus running. What? No, I don't. Just Windows Defender. What do you mean I have another one running? $30 hours later.
Oh.
30 hours later.
30 actual or 30 working on it hours?
30 actual. I slept in the middle of there somewhere.
Okay.
Not much at all.
No, because that would induce panic. Because this was... When was this?
Yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, God, Brian.
Panic induced heart attack likely. As soon as things got settled, the first thing I did was go and back up some photos and videos that I hadn't backed up yet. It's like, oh yeah, need to do that in case of emergency. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I need to do some online backups here pretty soon. Shoot the stuff off from my drive and online.
Yep.
All of my raw from BTS.
There's a lot of stuff I need to get backed up yet, and I'm glad I have a terabyte of drive space to fill. Because I'm gonna. I'm still fighting it. It still won't let me open Windows Defender. I ended up downloading a couple of other things and finally tracking down most of it. I had to delete nearly every program on my computer. I had to delete Chrome. That was hard. Like,
do you have a system restore disk?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's tip number 2.
Yeah.
Always have a system restore disk. And if your computer does not come with one, buy a 2 gig thumb drive, slap it in your computer, and create one. Label it, stick it in a drawer, and leave it alone.
Where were you 2 weeks ago?
Look, I have just returned from a decade-long journey away from the world of Windows, and I'm now back in the world of Windows, and even I know this.
You know, I had probably a good decade where I hadn't had a single problem. And
all it takes is one, though.
All it took was one.
Oh, man.
And I'm always so good. I'm always so good. I don't click things. I don't click on things. I know better. I know better.
Yeah.
But it said
if you don't know what it is,
automated.
you don't know where it's coming from, it's usually a good practice to stay as far away from it as possible.
Dave, it said automatic. It said automatic.
Brian, I hate to be the one to break this to you. You're a marketing student's wet dream.
I know. I know this.
Buzzwords, keywords.
No, I hate buzzwords. I hate keywords.
Like automation. Like automatic.
I like automation. That's my thing. I like it.
And that's a buzzword and a keyword that they can key in and nail you. Oh.
Been had. Always wear rubber.
Well, yeah, that's good with anything. Emails.
Yeah.
Verify URLs on emails before you click links out of emails. Verify that email is coming from where it says it's coming from, because phishing schemes and those types of things and automatic downloads and all that stuff, that is literally the number one way that hackers get access to anything, is when you click on a link, you fill out your information, and then you realize it's not what you thought it was.
Yep.
And that's it. I mean, it's as simple as that for 99% of hacking.
Yeah.
You do all the work for them. They just present you a door, they paint it to look like your front door, and you go into it.
I did.
And it happens to the best of us. I mean, I'd be lying if I said that I've never done something like that before.
Yeah. I mean, if I get account emails that say like, oh, go up to update this or whatever, and I get that stuff from Amazon all the time. I usually get stuff from Google like that, but and I don't click the links, even if I know the email's legit and I look and and the link looks legit. I will open up the site, re-request a password change, and then I will look for that token's email. Yeah.
And then I'll click that one. But if it's just shows up on my doorstep, I will not click links out of it. I will always go back to the source and backtrack my way in.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is that you don't have to be overtly paranoid about this stuff either. I mean, it happens to just about everyone. You can usually catch it because for some reason they're horrible with misspellings. The grammar is usually complete shit. And unless you actually know a Nigerian prince or you ask for information for a penis enlargement, you're probably not going to get tagged with it. However, there are some really, really good ones out there. And it's a matter of being vigilant. You don't have to be paranoid. You don't have to go off the deep end with it. Just be vigilant. Know what you're looking into. Know what you're downloading. Know what you're clicking, for sure. Because we're moving more and more of our personal information online. And it happens, folks. But you don't have to be paranoid about it either. Just be on the lookout.
If you're going to install a program, take one extra second and search for a review of the program. If I would have done that, if I would have taken that one step, I would have. That's.
Yep.
I don't know how many hours I actually had into trying to fix the issue.
Yeah, it's sometimes as easy as that one step. Just type in the name of the program, click review, hit enter. Most of the time, if it's a bad situation, those will be the top on the list for Google results. Almost every single time. Their algorithm is really, really good about that.
Mm-hmm.
But you live and you learn, and you move on, and you're still fixing this.
Yep.
And that sucks. It is not an easy process.
Yeah, and I'm still, even in my recording software, I'm getting an error.
Oh no.
It says encoder overloading. That's a new one.
We may have a technical difficulties episode. Oh man. I hope it all goes through for you. I really do. You'll be all right, Brian. You'll be all right.
Yep.
I've got 7 days to figure out how I'm going to record audio and video on a Chromebook.
YouTube has a video recorder.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's video chat on your phone. Record. Yeah, you should be able to just record video straight into YouTube, I think.
We'll figure it out. I'll pull it apart probably Sunday night or Monday or Saturday night, because I'll still be in Indiana time, not that time.
Yeah.
I guess that won't. We'll figure it out. We'll get together this week before recording date and figure that out.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's internet's a fun place.
Mm-hmm.
It's full of all sorts of hoops and ladders and chutes and pitfalls but no, just be careful with stuff. I mean, no, and that also goes down to user agreements. Know what you're accepting. When you click I accept, technically, it's never been actually really challenged in court outside of FICA courts, which can't be challenged because those come with gag orders.
Yeah.
But end user agreements is illegally binding. You are bound, and they are bound by the terms and conditions of that agreement.
Yep. Know
and understand what you're clicking on. You know, it tickles me that people get up in arms when they find out that Facebook, Instagram that one time, they wanted to own all of your images as their own intellectual property. People got bent out of shape. Well, that's what you agree to by utilizing their service.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if a service is free, you are not the consumer, you're the product.
Yeah.
Remember that. So when Facebook says we will share your information with third parties and we don't have to disclose them, the moment you click I accept, you've told them to go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You can be outraged about it later. You can try to make all the posts you want about this is my property, this is my privacy. It's not, because you wrote that off. You gave that up for the convenience of Facebook.
Guess what? That big post you just posted about this being your property and Facebook not being allowed to have it, Facebook owns that. That's theirs now.
Yep. You
put it on their site and they own it.
You know, there's a fine line between reckless privacy and privacy. There are things, if they have privacy settings where you don't want it to be shared, then they do have a responsibility to keep the world from seeing that as per your wishes, as per the EULA. However, that being said, your profile information, your email address, your clicks, likes, links, etc., is all sellable. They are explicitly sell that information.
Yeah.
They may not sell it with your name, but they sell that information. And that's simply the way it is. And you agree to it the moment you agree to their site. There's a great way to disagree with that.
Yeah.
Delete
my usual.
However, all the stuff that you've posted is still there because guess what? They own it.
My usual comparison is if you walk into a Walmart, they have you on video. You can't walk into a Walmart and say, turn off all the cameras because I don't want to be on video.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Exactly. It's a very interesting legal area, but at the same time, Facebook makes it really easy, and when you sign up, you have to agree.
Yep.
It was a great episode of South Park that dealt with that.
Man.
If you have a chance sometime, look it up. It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh, don't watch South Park. Actually, I don't watch a lot of TV.
Why don't you watch South Park?
Because I don't watch TV, Dave.
Oh, that's true.
I watch a lot of YouTube.
I do watch I watch probably way too much YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube is probably about 90% of my media consumption.
Yeah.
No, I'd say it's about 89% of my media consumption. 10% is hockey, and the other 1% is randomly everything else. I watch a lot of hockey.
I would say 99% of my media consumption comes from my Google Play / YouTube Red subscription.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, all my music I play with Uber, all the music I listen to is all Google Play.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
I watch like 3 or 4 shows on Amazon Prime. I poke around. The rest of the family, they get all their stuff, Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff. I don't. Although I'm thinking about getting rid of the Hulu. I really don't watch it anymore. I can't remember. I can't tell you last time I flipped on Hulu.
Yeah.
I used to watch wrestling on there, but then I found a different avenue for watching wrestling, including the network, so.
Yeah, it hasn't been the same.
Yeah, it's not.
Since 1998, when Mankind, or The Undertaker, threw Mankind off a Hell in a Cell, 16 foot through an announcer's table.
Oh my God, they killed him.
It's funny. So yeah, I was just randomly reading Reddit, and that was a comment on a post in like mildly interesting, I think. And it was well written. There was a nice comment like related to whatever was going on. And then it said, but don't let that deter you from the fact that in 1988, and I was just like, what just happened? What just happened?
That's well placed.
And then a day later, I read another post and a comment, and really well written about a Filipino guy. And then all of a sudden it said, but don't let that deter you from the fact that, and I'm just like, whoa.
Speaking of deterring from facts, did you hear about that court case out on the East Coast? It was a labor dispute court case that was all being decided over the Oxford comma. Or shall I say, the lack of an Oxford comma?
I like the Oxford comma.
Oh, I'm a huge proponent of the Oxford comma.
Okay.
However, that made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, you put that meme up in our not a hangout.
Yes, I did.
Group chat. Telegram.
Yeah, Telegram chat.
Downloaded another chat app just so I could hang out with Dave.
It wasn't me. It was everybody else.
We're not hanging out.
You and I have been hanging out on Hangouts this entire time.
True. 'Tis true.
And we still keep
You know,
all of our Wonderbury media stuff on Hangouts at the moment.
You know what else is funny? Every other person that's in that group that I one-on-one talk to is through Hangouts.
Yeah, I know.
Like, the only good thing I found in Telegram is that I can actually record audio of me farting and send it to you guys in real time.
You can also type audio or type something and have the bot, the British male or British female bot, say what you want.
I forgot about that. That is kind of neat.
We were doing that. It was a while back. We were doing that with rap lyrics, and it was absolutely hilarious.
I figured out if you comma after every couple of words, it Shatners pretty well. Which is awesome. I tried to get that in the dictionary one year, by the way.
Oh, Shatnering?
Yeah. They denied it.
They denied it.
It's like, come on, man. This is a legitimate thing. Please.
I'll have to find the meme at some point. There was one that was the difference, the Oxford comma, the regular comma, the Oxford comma, the walk-in comma, and the Shatner comma. It was pretty good. But yeah, that's that in a nutshell, though, boys and girls. Watch what you download. Please.
Yes.
Know what it is you're clicking. Know what it is you're installing. And for the love of God, Adobe, stop attaching stupid programs to Reader. All I want to do is look at PDFs without using it in a browser. I don't want to download some Intel speed my computer up thing or whatever it else is that you had me download that I had to subscribe. Stop that add-on stuff.
You know what you can do? You can go to the website. There's a button on the right-hand side. It will not install software, but it will leave us a message. Give us some well wishes.
Yeah, today was my eldest's 12th birthday.
Dang.
This is my last year of having kids where I will not have one that's a teenager. For the next 18 years after this year, 17 years after this year, I will have a teenager. For 17 years straight, I will have a teenager in my home. Or as a kid. It is insanity.
Feel old yet, Dave?
Starting to.
What are you? You're 33?
34.
34?
I think.
Yeah, and
34.
Yeah, and I turned 35 this year.
Yeah, I just turned 34 last month. It's crazy.
All downhill from here.
Nah. I still got some good years left in me.
Yeah.
We gotta keep making content. I still gotta have years left in me.
I'm gonna automate as much stuff as I can, and then enjoy some virtual reality.
Yeah, looking forward to the virtual reality stuff.
Yeah, we should talk about that next week.
That could be fun.
Well, let's see.
Future VR.
Yeah, let's see what we got going on with all the stuff on your big trip.
Oh yeah.
Could be some
California for a week.
Yeah.
Gonna go spend 6 hours on an airplane tomorrow. Well, technically 2 airplanes.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, always fun.
I flew out to Washington State, and I flew from Grand Rapids to Chicago. It was like a 15-minute flight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's by the time they warm the engines up and they spin the I'm sorry. By the time they're done cranking the rubber bands to get the propellers to spin,
yeah,
you lift off
there.
and By the time they have to refeed the hamster, you've landed.
Yep. It was weird because you could feel, when you're taking off and they're ascending, you can feel it, and I could feel the ascent, and then we went from that to descending. Like it was just literally a peak like that. Just
the weirdest flight, and I was not expecting to go into flights. The weirdest flight I ever took was I was going to school in San Angelo, Texas. And I flew back to San Diego to where my family was from San Angelo. And that was pretty much a direct flight from from Austin, because I drove into Austin. So it was from Austin to San Diego. It was perfectly fine. Flying back into Austin, I had a 4-hour layover in Atlanta. So I flew from California over the state of Texas to Georgia, sat there for 4 hours, and then flew from Atlanta, Georgia to Austin, back to Austin, Texas. Mathematics of cheapest flights. There you go.
Fun.
You got anything to send us off this week, Brian?
Don't click that button.
Yeah.
Can't let you do that.
Read a review. I can't let you do that. Dave? What are you doing, Dave? I can't let you do that, Dave.
That's the feature
I will see you guys next week from... Yeah, right. God damn it. I will see you guys next week from California.